In a packed, sweaty tent away from the crowds of Polyfest, the humidity weighs heavy as the St. Paul Samoan group prepare to go on stage.
Make sure your visor tight, boys.
They are competing in the largest Pacific dance festival in the world. And the stakes this year are as high as ever. They come in as 2017 champions. And they have no intention of losing that title. As the final touches are made, uniforms trimmed, safety pins stuck, lipstick applied to cheeks, routines quietly mimed, they are just moments from answering the questions they have asked of themselves over the past 7 weeks. Have they worked hard enough? Practiced long enough? Can they once again claim victory?
It's your first time being part of Polyfest. Those who it's their first time here, welcome. It's going to be a good and fun journey for the next 7 weeks. It's going to get hard. I'm going to mind these. No, let's sing. So the song that we've been practicing is our entrance song for this year. It's just pretty much just letting everyone know that St. Paul's is here. We're here to defend our title, and just at the end of the day, we're all going to come together as one, and we're all Samoans, and yeah, we're doing it for the culture. Boys, I'm going to trust you guys can reach it.
I wanted to join because the brotherhood, and yeah, I wanted to represent my culture as well. Yeah. Last year I did it. It was my first year and I didn't really know anyone, so that's why I joined Samoan group, so I can get to know everybody, all the seniors and that. Yeah.
Just the reason why I keep being repetitive with the words and stuff on the song is part of the criteria for Polyfest is the pronunciation of the words, and obviously if the judges can't understand what you're saying, then they can't mark or give you top points if they didn't understand or they can't hear. So it's pretty much letting them pronounce the words properly, but also how to pronounce Samoan words, the basics of Samoan words and stuff.
These are the first steps on the road to Polyfest for St. Paul Samoan Group. 7 weeks of relentless training and practice, constant repetition, memorizing dance moves that require athleticism and grace, learning songs that combine power and harmony.
I love doing this because this is one aspect of our culture, and it kind of reminds us that there's a beauty within our culture, not only performing, but there's other things as well. But yeah, it's good to stay close to your culture.
Yeah. You feel proud of what you do and of what you're doing. Yeah. It's just like playing rugby and winning the World Cup or something like that. Yeah, that's what Samoan group's like.
My name is Kaloro Tu'ua. I'm a teacher here at St. Paul's College, and this year I'll be the teacher in charge of the Tongan and Samoan groups. I've been at St. Paul's now for over 14 years. The school wants everybody to be a part of something, part of the school, you know, whether it be rugby, sport. But yeah, no, anything to be a part of the extracurricular of the school. We know that 7 weeks is pretty intense for the students in the classroom, and with their commitment to the group, it's pretty hard practicing, and then some of them will have to travel far back home from Ponsonby all the way out to Manurewa and stuff like that. So travel time is exhausting, and by the time they get home, homework is never done.
Have a good read of it. Have a look at what your sons are planning to do, wanting to do for the school. I know cricket's coming up, first 15's coming up, softball starts.
Students will come in the next day, you know, with no homework and stuff like that completed. So it's hard on teachers. The teachers complained, the parents heard, and the parents wanted to do something about it.
There's a massive commitment to the group, but also we don't want it to affect the academics, because the academics is the be-all and end-all.
It's a big commitment. I guess with any Polynesian family, there's always a commitment, you know, not just financially, but to be the support. You know, our young men these days like to look behind them after practice, see their parents there. For them, it's about giving back to their parents, and for our parents to see their sons connect back to their culture. Like, I wasn't born in Samoa, so that connection's gone. And it's about just keeping our culture alive. St. Paul's has a big history of Polynesians, you know. Even though we're in a community of majority Europeans, you know, the big push for Polynesians is to keep our culture alive.
When St. Paul's got a new principal in 2016, Kieran Fui, one of his first orders of business was to cancel the school's participation in Polyfest until students' grades lifted.
I came here and I thought it was out of balance, that the priority of the classroom was not seen. So that's why I canned the Polyfest in the first year. Our results were excellent that year. Academic, yeah. Just lift it up like that.
When the Samoan group returned to Polyfest in 2017, they found they had to overcome tough new restrictions from the school, while also maintaining their improved academic results.
We had a lot of hurdles last year. So many compromises between us and the school. We practiced off-site because, you know, school was booked out. So just to win it, there was a sense of pride and proudness in our young ones. The expectation of winning again is not there. 2017 is done and dusted. Schools are going to come back better and stronger this year.
Stretch your legs.
At times it's pretty hard to juggle, especially with all the senior boys who also dealing with NCEA. It's kind of hard at times to try and balance Polyfest and then your education as well. Try and get those credits and all that. Yeah.
Having a good time management is good. Like trying to balance out time, so when you get home, do your homework, get some good rest for the next day. Not spending your time on like other things like Instagram.
Just one more thing, with the sponsorship forms, the parents or the families that have got more than 2 kids here, like Lungi, you got 10 kids here. Just use the 2 sponsorship forms instead of 1 for each boy. You know, it's going to be a big push trying to get, you know, 25 people for 4 of your boys each.
Right, let's go, gentlemen. Quickly, gentlemen. Put your ear level on. Quickly, just sit down where you are. This very important, gentlemen, to get our ear level lovers, to get our uniform, to get our buses. We need this money in. If everybody brings this form in, you will get what you want. Please, 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 okay, to save us from, save your parents from forking out millions and millions of dollars, okay, go ask for support.
So this year will be our 6th year.
Oh, this is my 3rd year. I started in year 9.
Oh, yeah, year 9. Yeah. But yeah, and next year's going to be our last year. So yeah. This is for the Besiliaso during the competition. So it's part of the criteria for each group. And the Besiliaso is the section of the criteria that's worth the most points.
Samoan singing is different to like just your normal average choir or whatever. The sound is different. So it's my old man that's teaching the song. So he's we're trying to go for the old school sound. We started in 2013, and my dad's been our songwriter ever since 2013. That's his specialty, and that's his thing. So wherever, no matter where I go, I'm always taking my old man with me. It's like almost like his little shadow, his big shadow. These kids are all New Zealand born, and a lot of them do not speak Samoan, and my old man does not speak English.
I'm one of the catering manager of the committee, so we're trying to bring healthy food for them to have a bit of a snack after their practice, and then we make sure they eat something and they get home safely. What it means to me is to make for my son to learn about his culture, to learn the language as well, because he's a New Zealand born and he's, I will call it broken Samoan. So with our Samoan group, it really helped him to learn the language. I'm proud of him to learn our culture.
Someone from your family needs to show up, please. So either your mum or dad. We've seen a few of them, but we want to see all of them here tomorrow. 2 o'clock, Palani time at Marisol Bay at the back.
Yeah, to be quite frank, boys, I was kind of pissed just sitting there watching you guys. Like I said, your duty is to come down here and practice, and the way that we pay these guys is to listen. Those little 1% is what's going to cost us come Polyfest. Watching you guys today, there's still a lot of mucking around, okay, and it comes from you senior boys. And if you haven't noticed, boys, there's a lot more schools this year. La Salle's back in, Liston's got a school in. So again, it's about you senior boys having to look after these young ones. So I'll give this warning to you senior boys. Sort your attitudes out, or watch out.
With that warning ringing in their ears the next day, another practice begins. The first of many that will impose on their weekends. Families, as always, will gather to support from the sidelines and in the kitchen. Feasts are prepared to sustain the group.
Some parents, they were making chop suey and making curry sausages and lamb flaps, our favorites, and salads, potato salads, and some best one, taro. Make sure you have some taro and some Samoan food.
It's very busy, but we love it because that's the joy that the kids have on their faces and how much they love the culture. So that's what drives us parents, and I think that feeds them as well. My boy is Josiah with a long hair. He's a year 9. So he started here as a year 7. So it's his second year joining the Polyfest for St. Paul's.
You can see the progression and how they're improving every time, every practice. It's really good to see, yeah. And I see a lot of the young ones, their confidence is building up. So my boy is Kalis, he's year 10 this year. This is his 3rd time joining the Samoan group.
It's a young group. I think we're the only school that can allow 7s and year 8s. So practicing my father skills already. So I could, supporting them, and it's quite hard.
Okay, listen. You guys sing a normal. You guys just join. Drag your neck and jump in whenever this.
We were short of time, to be quite honest. I guess with my commitments and the tutors, sort of behind time, but so far so good. The other barrier is probably us tutors. We have quite a few. For myself, I had a lot of commitments outside of Polyfest. I have my new job, and then also just been married, and then also my wife's pregnant, so husband duties.
Any ideas, more than welcome.
As parents meet to discuss practices and fundraising, a tug of war over what they feel is best and what the school feels is best is already at play.
The sleepover's been denied by the school to have it at St. Paul's. I initially asked for two weekends. They said better just to go for the one. But unfortunately the principal's done a U-turn on that.
We already know that Samoan's not their first language. So if we want to make sure our kids are a lot more confident in speaking the Samoan language and getting their actions right, the sleepovers that we had last year, it strengthened all our kids.
In some cases the schools come in too much. You know, we just get, no you can't do this, no you can't do that sort of type thing. So maybe just say to the school that, you know, the Samoan parents here have put up their hand and they're doing a bloody good job. I don't want to sound negative, but I just think the school's getting a little bit too involved in trying to, you know, break us down or shut us down or...
Yeah. Coming into this year, we knew what the school was like last year. We knew the struggles that we had through last year. For us to move forward, we've got to see past that.
What would be the first part of the Samoan boys' performance?
I guess the first one would be entrance, which is Ulufali. I'm sort of going back traditional. We'll start sort of an entrance, Maulu Ulu entrance, where we could start slow and be dancing graceful, and then also just pick up the pace and just speed up the tempo and make it more live.
And what are the judges looking for in this part, and what do they judge this part on?
I guess it's songs, actions, the unity of the group, I guess, and definitely smiling. Yeah, that'll be probably an aspect that's needed in all the categories, is lau matawhiawhia, smile, I guess.
See, when the boys win, it's the school, you know. And Mr. Fui would stand proud because it's his school. But a lot of the hard work behind it is a lot of the parents that are here.
He did a little segment on Specific Magazine where he just praised these boys
and he did that wholeheartedly. He praised them. So reading through it, you know, you get that sense of pride because, you know, you're a mother and obviously you were there throughout the whole thing. So for him to go back on everything he said, even though we've proven him wrong, I kind of don't understand. So yeah, you know, a little bit of reasoning behind his choices to back down on all the decisions he tends to make is just something that would be nice to hear.
They still want sleepovers and so on. I'm not into sleepovers. I'm into the educational thing, and I'm into balance too. I would be more excited if they jumped up and down about their boy missing an assignment than they were winning the. You know, like I'd like them to be engaged and have the, what are you learning in school? Why are you learning? Are you learning anything? Priority of the classroom is everything. And otherwise we're condemning boys to a sense of poverty because they have to be on the same footing as every other student in New Zealand. It's the same if boys only committed to rugby or league. Same issue. Actually, they've got to get through that the jobs of the future are actually intellectual jobs.
Kai, get those boys on top. Malachi! Hurry up! Christian! Remember, if you guys are not gonna get there inside by 4, you guys are gonna be running to the fence.
Near Polyfest, like when the day comes, like during the weeks before, like it starts to get heated. Like assessments that are due on the week of Poly, and if like they're not handed in, the school probably pull us out until it's all handed in. Yeah, it's like gets pretty hard.
Probably with the fastest we've gone to like learning the moves, and like the fastest we've gone to like learning most of the best songs.
I feel like that we could make more better progress. It's like things are going sort of slowly, like with the cheetahs finishing work are too late for us, so like us leaders have to step up and teach the boys and polish with the boys, so yeah, it's like harder than all the other years because of that.
Learning is such a beautiful thing. Learning, just simple learning, where it doesn't matter what you're learning, it's beautiful. Just as learning a language is beautiful, learning a new dance is beautiful. But, you know, and winning is good. I don't mind winning. I'm pretty competitive, but university I'll be concerned more about that one because I think that's where the big gains long term are.
Made it sort of like a compromise. We couldn't do any a sleepover or a live-in because of a lot of things, health and safety and stuff like that. You know, we've made a thing to practice longer every Friday, so they'll go to about 9 o'clock, and then have a longer practice on Saturday to try and make up for what they wanted to do as a sleepover. Very long hours for the boys. I don't know how they do it, but that plus the homework on the Sunday and everything else, plus church and everything else that they need to do. It's a hard ask for you know, young men. But if they want it, they want it, and if they want to perform and give it their all, this is what they have to do, pretty much.
Polyfest may be seen as a classroom distraction, but for those who take part, it is also full of meaning and validation.
You get time to embrace your culture and like who you are, and just it gives like, it's just heaps, to be honest. It means a lot. Especially me, everyone doesn't think I'm Samoan, but yeah, when I hop on stage, then everyone knows. So yeah.
Polyfest is it's basically being in a group of brothers, expressing your culture, and showing everyone that like you are Samoan. You know, you're brought up in Samoan culture, and it gives you 20 minutes to express it.
I mean, I'm learning heaps about Fa Samoa way. You know, the way you live life as a Samoan person, and yeah, it's an unreal experience, to be honest. You know, being with your mates and just doing something that's close to your heart. You know, your culture, your ethnicity. It's amazing.
Though the boys profess their love for Polyfest, the tutors are not feeling the love in practice.
Yeah, just their attitude, like this whole week actually, like Monday, Wednesday. I don't know if they just got a lot of things going on, but just the attitude just wasn't right. I don't think these boys know that we're taking our time off work to come here to, for practices and stuff. But just the commitment that they're showing like the past week, just hasn't been 100%. So all we ask for them is just to meet us halfway. And, yeah.
Oh, geez. Again.
Here's your proper lines. We teach them moves the past few weeks, and now they catch on it straight away. But like this week, they just didn't want to learn anything. Drop, boys. 1, 2, 1, drop. This year's group, they get bored easily. So we're just trying to find something that'll motivate them. I'm not getting my full week's pay. Falling short on pay week. It's frustrating. It's frustrating at times, but we gotta know that these kids aren't like us.
I want to see you guys encourage each other, shake each other's hand, tap each other's back. And yeah. Okay.
The closer Polyfest gets, the longer practices go into the night and the larger the support crew. Some sit on the sidelines to keep an eye on progress, others gather in the kitchen, making sure the extra mouths to feed are catered to.
We're like 40 minutes before they finish up, we'll start prepping the food. So I'm just shredding the chicken, just make some sandwiches. So we just make do with whatever the family bring. And you got all the women coming here, we just joke about our day. If you had a real crap day at work, they come here, de-stress.
I'm Saint Kitama, I'm 12. It's called Faluma. Then you stand up and dance through the sasa.
Sasa, and it's a traditional dance. They're mostly sitting down, and it's where you sort of depict a lot of Fa Samoa chores. Where example popo, alole va'a, stuff like that. It's definitely you expressing how you would do fi'au's chores in Samoa, in the Samoan way of living here.
I find it easier this year because we've already been through it, so it makes it easier. From last year, being doing it last year, all I did was just try and make the team more hype them up and make it more louder and more fun to do. Polyfest is my life. No, thank you. Is that all? Oh, thank you.
The uniform is like a whole set. So you have like the ears, and then you have the siapo, and then you have like the unanifo, and just like different types of accessories to make the performance look greater than what it is. So we don't have a set figure as yet, but just like with the food, with our parents, with our families, we just, whatever you can give to contribute, we will make the most of what we have. Trying not to have so much pressure on the families, because, it is rough.
So after salsa was probably my favorite, is slap dance, fatau pati. And to me, it's probably I would say a war dance. It's solely for male Samoan men, expressing how strong they are, expressing their strength and also capabilities in the Samoa. Their roles as a Samoan, tau de lea, au mama. So it requires a lot of energy, that's for sure. A lot of energy, a lot of jumping up, a lot of falling down, a lot of rolling everywhere. So, yeah.
Compared to every other year, I think more pressure this year. I've got one son here, his name's Dayton Tanuvasa. He's their deputy head boy here for the year. So yeah, I'm really excited to be a part of it. He's been on a few leadership camps, so he's barely been here as well.
It's pretty hard trying to balance it out with schoolwork and stuff, as well as trainings. I try to do my best. Really get sleep.
We don't live locally. We come from Flatbush. So yeah, he leaves early in the morning. 6:30 he's already out the door. So this weekend he's got a tag tournament that he's involved in for Tonga. So he's going to go play 2 games for that, rush back to Polyfest practice, and then go back, play another game, and then come back to it. It's hard being a mother, seeing him come home and he's tired, he's knackered, but he still gets up the next day. So yeah, like I've taught him, it's a blessing to wake up every morning, so make the most of it.
My role for the group was the forkemi, also known as the conductor, which is the person who conducts the boys in singing the pieces. As I mentioned before, the pieces is, they contain the most amount of points with in the competition, and some of that I affect like the boys singing or that. If I miss a count or if I miss a clap or whatever for the boys, then that will sort of take them off track, and I will contribute to like missing the opportunity of coming first again for the pieces. So it's it's a lot of pressure. Speaking from last year, how I was forkemi, first time, heaps of pressure.
But you need to be there at 9:30, okay, 9:30 ma'ai or whānau time, okay? So it's really important that you turn up tomorrow. Also, if you need a ride home, okay, hang around, please. We don't want anyone going on public transport. We've got parents that can drop you off wherever you stay. Also tomorrow, hopefully we'll let you know the schedule for the next 2 weeks practices, so your parents have a heads up, because it's going to be pretty intense in the next 2 weeks. Practice. Okay? Just watching there, some of you guys in the back row, you don't know your words. Even if you're in the front, you've got to know your words. Practice. Learning your words.
Friday night practices are long, and then next morning I have to wake up early for cricket and then go again for practice, another 67 hours, and and then I have to catch up on schoolwork again. So I know it's hard in a way for me to try and balance everything up. To be honest, sometimes I just leave everything and just go to sleep. Sometimes I feel like sleeping is just the best way to make me feel better in a way, I guess. Yeah, because got too much on my mind of my role and the group and school and then sports, and then sometimes I just need to go to sleep.
In the final weeks before competition, pressure shows itself in many forms. Time rapidly shrinks, money needs to stretch, and the balancing act of home, work, and school life becomes ever more delicate. Student, tutor, and parent each experience their own unique form of stress.
It's actually been really hard because I think like when he said that he wanted to be a part of it, I saw it as a way of him learning how to balance life. So from school, from school to Polyfest, and just learning how to prioritize. So that was my main thing for him.
It's not cheap, but you do it with your whole heart, and it's money well spent for your kids. Time, sacrificing our family time, but we're actually with our bigger families. Financially, yes, but we're also feeding our bigger families. So we lose some, but we also gain.
Comes with the long practices, the sore body, voices nearly gone. It is what it is. It's no different from when you're playing league. You have to watch what you eat, you have to get up in the morning, you have to go for a run, and as well as study. You have to make sure that you read your books, you've got to make sure that you study hard at night. It's the same. They know that they've been taught their value, how important it is that what God has created them to be, which is, PI Polynesian warriors, and that God created them to be great, Polynesian brothers.
Dance moves ready? I might get right now. Rock point donation. Yeah. All right, thank you very much.
We've got 400 seats. We've got extra 100 seats to back us up if we need be. But just so that we're all on the same page, that any money that's put on the kids, it's going to the group. So it goes back in the plate and it's collected. Because I know some parents like their kids to have their money, but just so that if you see someone taking money off your kids and put it in the plate, it's all going back to the boys.
Just days before Polyfest, the Samoan and Tongan groups present their performances in front of a crowd for the first time in what's known as Whiawhia Night. Whiawhia Night serves as an opportunity for the groups to thank their parents, family and friends for the support they've shown throughout the weeks. It's also where they make their final fundraising push to cover expenses like uniforms, transport and off-site venue hire.
I'm just helping sell food for Whiawhia Night. We've got cupcakes that the mums have made, and suppers, which is like chop suey and sausages and rice and drinks, and all donated by the parents. So basically we're going to split all the profits with the Tongan group and the Samoan group. Whiawhia Night is when the money goes on the kids, and I guess that's when all the families come if they can't make Polyfest especially. Yeah.
Chop suey is really easy to make. I think that's why we opted for it. I made 3 big pots. So 1 pot down, 2 more to go. Please feed everybody. I think we kind of hope to make 150 plates. I have 4 boys in the group. I know. So I figured if anything, I need to contribute a bit more. Yeah. And it's my oldest boys last year at St. Paul, so I got to make it count.
The foyer's packed as in the front before there's like jam-packed, okay? Some of us get show off when there's a lot of people, and some of us get stage fright. So just stay composed. Listen, just like another day at practice. Yeah? Yeah?
Yes. I am the Manaya, basically the prince, gracefully dancing, on behalf of all of the school and all the brothers. I'm just that last solidifying act that just basically helps out the group, gives us that last, thump and emphasis into the group, and showing the judges, that who we are and what we have.
Manaya is pretty much, back in the days, it's usually, it's royalty, whoever dances, a king's son, or if it's a girl, go ball, it's the daughter who dances it. It's just royalty, really. Well, with, over the years, it has changed. I was once a Manaia too back in my day too, so I came to St. Paul's as well. I'm an old boy as well. It's just passed down, really. Not so much, like the real hard out dancers and stuff. It's just, like I said in the beginning, that's just royalty, really. So you're just dancing to gracefully. Sorry about that. Yeah, just graceful movements, really, or try.
Don't put any money, and just leave the money. Oh, put all $100 next to you, and then you're like, okay, like that to the money. It's not your money.
Fair Night also works as a dress rehearsal, the first real measure of how far the group has come and of how much more they need to do. The routine will be filmed and dissected the next day, identifying the weak spots, fine-tuning the timing, trying to perfect as much as possible before the big day. But before all that, the boys can soak in the deafening cheers, enjoy the performance without the burden of competition, and smile as hundreds line up to stick money to their bodies or bury them under ula loles.
Ia, le fa mo le fa mo fie e ona no ia alo mo fa na o fa le fa mo fiku vai aso le sa tam foi mo fa mo e alo mo fa na e que tono le fa mo fie e fa na ele fa mo fie fo ia ina to sa to o ina ni fa mo fa na le la le mana sa mo e fa ti noi se pes ya le sa tau fai ai tau a o le a ma le e ma le i ke fa tai le wa tino mai a le o ngol ne o fa mo moyo o le vai fo e ka fa tino nei me uma mai lo ai la i o le mata mo fi
We're going to talk about today's performance for analyze and smart. Okay, watch probably can watch the video and just go through it. Like I said, last year doesn't count anymore, okay? Come tomorrow, work hard.
Got a lot to work on. We've still got 3 days. Look at these doors, stay humble, stay grounded. Don't forget to thank your parents.
So we performance boys. A few mistakes, but all it's us. Let's go!
For the casual attendee, Polyfest is a day of stage hopping, food and entertainment. For those competing, it is a long day of waiting, a fleeting rush of performing tempered by anticipation and nerves. Backstage is calm but tense.
Hey, hey, hey! Okay, for the last time, I'm telling you, stay in a circle.
Final words of wisdom are imparted. They are simple but firm.
Work hard, do your best. Everything, no mistake. Everything, never mistake. Smile anytime. Busy, work hard. 2 months, practice at 20 minutes after stage. Never mistake. We are family more
Let's leave everything out on the stage. I want you guys to be crawling off that stage once we're done. Malamalama. Malamalama. Okay, hard brothers. That's us.
Take a knee, boys. Come on, Tuso. Come on. Come on, Tuso. Say the school prayer. In the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Amen. Dear Lord, we pray for your Christian and our St. Paul's College as seeks for our guiding principles, respect and responsibility. Holy Mary, grace to us to support, as a grace to understand and love our St. Paul's values, faith, perseverance, passion, courage, and brotherhood. St. Paul, we pray to give strength to all of us in Moscow. Come severe, take courage to be a man. St. Martin Champagne, we pray to give us the world to us Christians. What can I do? Through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.
My name's Camila and I'm 11 years old. It's my first time doing Polyfest on the stage. I feel proud and happy.
Just happy that it's all over now. Just waiting on results.
Everyone, and I am 12 years old and felt amazing because everyone was cheering for our group.
My name's Troy, I'm 15 years old.
My name's Isaiah, 15 years old. Hopefully we come out with a good win and eat it all, just have some fun here.
We're doing it for the parents that came every night, and especially our parents that couldn't make it as well. We're also doing it for our tutors that took out their time, their busy schedules to come teach us, and just for the brotherhood we had, just for the boys, for the people we sat next to and danced next to.
While the younger boys revel in the afterglow of their performance, the senior boys wait backstage for the results. Judging is a drawn-out process, the performance broken up into several sections and a placing given for each section. Awards are announced and St. Paul's is yet to hear their name called out. Whatever nonchalance may have existed moments earlier is now gone. But St. Paul's gathers a string of wins. First in Sasa, Fa'ataupati, Tawolunga, and the top prize for best uniform. But in the Fuataimi category, they placed third. And in the weighted Beseleaso section, third again.
Go.
Is that enough to scrape through with the win again? Will they even place it all? Second, St. Paul's. St. Paul's have placed second. Their families cheer, but backstage there is no pretense of celebration.
Pretty sad, to be honest. Thought that we were going to win. But sometimes things don't go your way, so yeah.
Let's go, match back together. Let's go. Let's go, boys. Fuck!
Just on behalf of our team, our tutors, and also our group, I'd just like to say a big thank you to our parents. You guys have stuck it up for us for the last 7 weeks. Yeah, just thank you for everything and God bless you all. Congratulations to Castlemaine boys. They've done an awesome job, and it's at the end of the day, this is their year, and they'll just come back stronger next year. Just gotta tell them to stay positive, things happen in life, no matter what they go through, there's going to be barriers, things that's going to bring them down, but they just got to learn to keep their chin up, keep their heads up, and just keep striving.
In victory, there is little need for reflection, for looking inward. But in life's biggest disappointments come life's biggest lessons. Perseverance, determination, humility and grit, being selfless and kind. These are the things you learn from experience, from being knocked down but never staying down.
Congratulations. Hit toes.
How are you feeling? Bit of mixed emotions right now, you know. But like we could have done better, you know, we've done well enough, done our best.
We are so proud.
We're proud.
Yeah.
Second place is better than no place.
Better than no place.
That's awesome.
Yes, that's no simple.
Well, next year we just come back better and stronger, like Kelsey did this year. You know, last year they came second, and you know they went away and did their homework and came back, and you know, good on Kelsey.
No, I didn't mind. I was just feeling sorry for the year 13s and new boys in the group. Second's great. Yeah, it's good. It's better than getting nothing. But I'll definitely still have the same bond through our Samoan group during school.
Polyfest is more than a competition. It is more than a placing, more than song and dance. It is a portal to a language and history they don't otherwise have access to. It is a community, ainga, alofa, a lifelong bond.
Oh, still the same as it was 20 years ago when I was involved. You know, it's the best feeling ever, you know, to be around your culture and your people.
It's not just something that we like to do for fun. You know, it's something that has a lot of history and love and respect and all that put into it. I just want them to know that, you know, that this thing that we do, we don't do it for fun. We work hard for it.
Yeah, it's always worth it. Like, you know, at the end of the day, it's a talent given to us from God. Like, you know, if we don't share it, then there's no point of having that talent if we're not going to share it.
You know, at the end of the real day, it's all for your culture and it's all for yourself, you know. Enhancing and you know, like it becomes nearly impossible to, you know, find out where you're headed in life without ever reflecting back on where you came from. Understanding your culture, your roots, and your ancestry is an important part of carving out your future. So, yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Oh!